biggest pom-poms on for him. And you haven't even come through.
Your lawyer.
Bro, I feel that, yo, next time, yo, get that out of here then. Because what happens is, when you're saying he doesn't care, that means, yeah, you're right. You don't care about you. Right? And that hurts me.
He wants to renegotiate. So maybe it's this. I want more money. No. Okay, well, I want to leave. You can't.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think that I broke it down like
if we were all in a gang and, you know, one of your girls kind of came to one of them, that means you're telling on the whole operation, fam.
F it, man.
I
We
know
all going to jail.
You know, mustard, bro.
We all going to
that
jail.
can't go on out here, fam. So
it makes him look bad. I'm like, yo, what if you're rolling with a gang? All you guys are like, you know, selling work, but then like maybe the gang robs you.
he's telling on us.
We're all going to jail.
You guys robbed
Guess
me
who's
for my
going to
shit.
jail
I
tonight?
don't care. All you guys who robbed me,
You're done.
you guys are criminals.
We love hip hop.
An audience that's like the niche, and they're like, oh, you got so-and-so, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, ha, 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 ha. But then after that, like, if the American people who tap in, they're like, who? Can you explain this person to us? Like,
He tried. Are we recording?
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's not even. Okay. Okay, I have something for y'all before we start. All right. I have a pre-topic before our topics.
Oh, I seen this.
Get it sexy.
Get it sexy.
Yeah.
Say word.
Watch sexy.
Come on, Kyle, tie this for me. Come on, Kyle. What?
The spoon.
Get her.
Get it sexy.
What's she doing? What does she do with the spoon?
She just did a line, like a little, not even a line, like a little
A
snort,
little bumper.
a little bumpy,
Little bumpity bump.
little bumpy on the
The bumpity
consonant.
bump bump.
Bump, bump, bump.
She been up for she been up, man. She needs something.
So, okay, let me ask you guys a question. Is this a duh, or are you guys surprised?
All of them be.
Yeah.
Bro, if I tell you when I was in Miami and was in a certain big artist's house,
Yeah.
from the reggae artists to the damn rappers. They're like, hey, you want some with it all on their face? I'm like, nah, I'm alright, man. I'm alright. No. I'm there with Rain, Future's baby moms at the time.
Keep talking.
She in the house. She'd be my definite like, what would you call that? Like witness. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if she was on a 1-2 snooty manoogies. But everybody in this place was on a snooty manoogie. And the rapper you think that wouldn't be on the snoot? No, the reggae artist you thought that wouldn't be on the snooty manoogie.
Like some
Rastafari.
like a vegan.
Judge, tell me if it's sniff this. That's what the man tell me.
Hold on.
I'm in love with the coco.
Sexy Red, the new anthem. We need a remix.
I tip up, I put it up my goddamn nose. Make me honey, make me grow.
Oh man, I mean, I think it's pretty bad that she did it on a live stream where kids are watching.
Okay, here's the thing, just for some context, because
Yeah.
this was on the Kai Cenat live stream.
Yeah.
But there's so many rooms. This is not in front of the laptop, obviously. She wasn't like, hey,
Yeah.
right? There's bare rooms in this
Place.
house where he's doing it.
Yeah.
But there's cameras everywhere except for the washroom.
Washroom.
She didn't know that the place that when she walks away from the laptop,
Yeah.
that there's cameras everywhere. So
Oh, poor thing.
it's not even a hidden camera. It's just one of the cameras in the place. Caught her doing the thing, bro.
Yeah, you know what? No, I can't even. Like, what are we gonna do? You know what? What are we gonna do? Shame
Go
her?
in the washroom.
Go in the washroom.
Yeah, have some
obviously.
class.
Go in
Like,
the washroom.
don't
obviously.
be so entitled that you feel like you could just pop it out anywhere. You know,
But
this isn't one of your
that's to
Diddy
show
parties.
you- that's to show you that there's probably more than one person in that room doing it just like that.
You think Kai's on it?
Not to say Kai's on it, but Kai's been
I mean,
honestly,
he's up. Like, bro has a crazy social battery.
Yeah.
Now we know why.
Yeah. If anything, yeah. But he's not on the same thing Kodak Crack was on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why Yeah. He's seen that. He's
Yeah.
like, bro, you from Miami, you from Florida. How come you ain't tooting in Manugan? You know what I mean? Why
Mhm.
you snooting in Manugan? You know what I mean? But I can say this. If someone's gonna do that in public, kind of like that in a full room, like, you know, when you go to after hours, you see you go into a little smoke room and everybody's passing around their little baggies.
There's 2 smoke rooms. There's a room. No, actually, the whole place you can smoke.
Yeah.
And then there's a specific room, which is crazy with after hours because it's like the reverse of life.
Yeah.
You know, there's like a no smoking and then there's a smoking room.
Yeah.
After hours is there's smoking,
Yeah.
but then there's a coking room.
There's a cocaine room.
Yeah.
So now, and then there's that time where I've been in a lot of rooms, right? When I've been around a lot of artists. And if it's blatantly being already like, here, man, here you go, man. Just do one, bro.
Just
It's
on
all
the
good.
table.
It's already on the table. It's on the man's face, and he's like, you know what I mean? You're like, most people, I've seen them just be like, all right, and keep going. You know what I mean? With the flow of whatever it pretty much, if you want to call it that. So that's for the experts. But at the end of the day, I've been in my fair share of rooms where I've seen a lot of artists do these type of things, and I haven't held nothing against them. I won't. I'm not gonna be. You're not less of a person because you have a vice that you feel. Because in the entertainment industry, I bet you half the time this. I won't call her a bitch, but this bitch don't even want to talk.
Yeah.
So the minute she get one in her, she's like, okay, I can talk to you now. Some people actually use it for social.
So okay, that brings me to the next question and the last question on this because we don't. This is the pre-topic topics, right?
Yeah.
Do you think this is post-industry or pre-industry activity? Like, do you think she was always doing a little snooting, and then now she got into industry and
it got,
she has the money?
She's always been doing it. That's what got her those songs.
So you think when she was just in the hood, she was doing a little snooting?
I think people who snort and do music better than people who smoke weed.
Well, not encouraging it, but
no, I'm not encouraging it, but I'm saying I can tell the difference from the guys that like do like, yo, bro, they get lit.
I got a crazy idea.
And the song just comes out really lit.
Go into the booth, do it in 10 minutes.
Yeah, to the guy who's smoking the joints all the time. He's like, yo, and then he's on lean and whatever little downers that he's on. His music becomes very stagnant. You know what I mean?
Super wide. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. All right,
real quick.
And then you go here,
and I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna say that, and then I'm gonna say that, and then we're gonna end the song.
Talking super fast.
Yeah, bro.
I want to
wiping his nose and touching the mic.
I want to refer to your Bizloke interview where he's like, you know, in the hood, it was just like, you know, you had your weed, maybe some bogeys, and just licks. You know what I'm saying?
Liars.
And I feel like, I mean, probably people were doing other stuff, but I feel like once you hit a certain financial,
like a bracket,
poor people do coke.
Do they?
A lot of poor people do coke.
They do. Maybe
I'm telling you the truth. No.
No.
Mans who don't have money can find it better than a mans who have money.
I've owned the people that I met that do coke are usually like white kids or like people in that party round. But the hood mans I know, like they might even sell the thing, but they're not doing it. You know what I mean? That's just my experience.
That's what they're telling you. But at the end of the day, how do you think they're up all night to answer that phone sometimes and they're smoking weed all night?
Yeah, here's the thing.
A little hot chocolate?
You're gonna fall
Not
asleep.
even a coffee?
I used to fall asleep on all my customers, bro. Because like they'd call me by and I'd be like, oh, come on, guys, hurry up. I like at least 1, 2. Like, and after all of a sudden, 2, 3, 4, I miss 8 to 10, 18 calls, and I'm mad at 7:30 in the morning. When I wake up and start calling them all back. They're like, bro, I already got that.
So what happens low key with a lot of these hustler guys, because they're around so much yayo, there's a percentage of hustlers who are like,
I'll do a little shooty manoogie.
Or they ball it up.
Oh, that's worse.
Right? What did they call that? Juicy spliffs.
Or
that's the old school one.
Yeah.
Or woolies is the one that I heard from Wu-Tang. Back in the days, right?
Yeah.
What's another term for the mixed spliffs?
What do they call that, man? It's laced.
It's laced. It's laced.
Bro. The descriptive term is
Cocoa
laced.
Puff.
Cocoa Puff.
Cocoa Puffs.
Zara, for the newer generations, what it is? Is there any newer?
No, I don't know too many people that like smoke cocaine.
That's good. That's good.
Maybe that is old school shit.
You know what it really because I've been around some people and they've done that back in the day, right? It's It smells like dead people for real.
I don't know, man. I have a different. Maybe I guess everybody's perceptions of smells is different.
Yeah.
With me, it has like a candy-ish smell, like a fruity smell in a way.
Why are we talking about this?
I know, right? This is a wild pre-topic. Okay, let's get
these
into
guys
it.
are gonna really be like, yo, these guys are doing that stuff.
You guys are making me want to do a line right now.
Let's play Sexy Red. Sexy Red, this is your fault.
Just kidding.
Bro, I'm okay.
Let's start this shit
good.
off, man. Sweating like a mofo. Party's too hot, man.
Bro, did the OVO pack just drop or something? You sound like you just got a sweatsuit or something, bro. Sound like you just got a gift bag.
The OVO pack landed. That's crazy. No, it didn't.
What did they call it when Drake gives you a verse?
Stimulus package?
Yeah, they give
the Drake stimmy?
Yeah, they give you.
You're moving a little different today.
No. I just want to set the tone. You know what I'm saying?
I better not see no bunny hops.
No bunny hops. No bunny hops, okay? Let's get into it, man. We are Buck is the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most host, Friday Ricky Dread, aka OVO lawyer Rick in the building. Let's do that today, okay?
Yeah.
We over here, episode 526, B3 Studios. We got here looking like an exchange student, but one from Turkey today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cardigan fresh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? DJ Czar in the motherfucking building. Where's my air horns?
Yeah,
Yes, sir. It's DJ Czar again, back at it like a crack addict in a cardigan. You already know DJ Czar, aka the Muzzy.
The Muzzy mustache.
The mustache, as I'm known on live streams. What's good, boys? How's it going?
We good.
Chilling.
Yes, sir.
And we got here looking like a hip hop classic right now. You know what I'm saying?
No.
What could I say, man? Coming straight from a classic hip hop poster. This nigga right now. You know what I'm saying? Put him in black and white. You good to go, bro.
I'm really hip hop. This is what hip hop's supposed to look like.
This is what hip hop looks like.
It's what hip hop really looks like, guys.
Dusty Wallace in the motherfucking building. Air horns.
Gratitude.
How are you, sharp, Friday? Man? Damn, man.
How are you, Friday?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Man, you know me, man. Just jugging.
In the cut. Yes, welcome back, gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Before we get into it, big salute to the sponsors. I want to give a big salute to Diamond Club. Okay, they got some of the best loud in the GTA. That's the sign you see right behind us over here.
Big
okay,
salute.
Edibles, pens, anything you need. Hit them up on their Instagram page if you need some of that. That's Diamond Club _Canada. Use the code We Love Hip Hop on the way out. Get yourself a little discount. If you need some of that blem, hit up Steamin' Hot Grabber. Steamin' Hot Grabber got all different types of grabber flavors and different ways that you can dispense the grabber. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabber, and also use the code We Love Hip Hop. Last but not least, for the people in Ottawa, hit up Only Loud if you want same-day delivery in Ottawa, as well as same-day delivery in the GTA. All different types of different blends, as well as their own personal blend. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Only Loud Canada, and you can also find them on Snapchat or on their website, onlyloud.ca. Gentlemen, before we get into our topics, because I like that little pre-topic that we had there. How's y'all week been? How's everybody, you know?
It's been good, man. I've kind of adopted.
Busy, man.
Yeah, it has been busy. No one got at me for wearing a turban, so I feel like I was doing
No. I got a call.
You got a call?
I got a call from the top of the top Punjab.
Spaghetti.
I had to save you, dog.
What they say?
They're like, yo, respect for your takes this week, guys.
Oh.
You guys changed your tongue. That's the exact
So I did a
words.
good thing.
Yeah. But at first, he's like, what the hell is this dude doing with the turban on, thinking you're about to go ham sandwich in the place and start talking shit, right? But then he listened, and he was really impressed by how we've turned around, like we have a heart.
We're not prejudiced, man.
Such a
yeah, like I said some things, you said some things, Friday said some things, and it really touched these people who are from that culture but have been born here or they've lived here their whole life. Their parents are here from the 80s and stuff. But they've been here the longest, right? And they've actually admitted, like, yeah, they have cousins that don't respect the country. And if it was up to them, they would send them back home too.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So there's little things to what we're saying. It does touch people. So you're not. No,
well,
man,
I'm glad there was an impact. I really did it to promote the Brown Girl song. So I was thinking like everyone would be outraged and then they'd go to the video. Some people just thought I was straight up Punjabi. You know what I'm saying? But man, besides that, you know, Borough Sound, I got that Vlad lane going right now. That Timu Vlad right now. So I'm really enjoying that. And it really happened. You know what happened Friday? I was complaining about like not taking out swear words in a video, right? And Friday's like, I hate to say this, bro, but work harder, you know? And ever since then, bro, I've been so consistent and I feel like I found like a lot of purpose and like now I know the direction to take it, you know what I'm saying? No Diddy, but so
sometimes it's a pain in the ass, bro. Sometimes you get an interview where the person says mother effer every sentence.
Yeah,
shout out to Hoodlum, my guy, but he cusses up a storm, bro.
It's gonna take an extra hour to get that interview done, but
it's worth it.
It's worth it, man. So yeah, man, just growth. How's y'all weeks been?
Yeah, let's start with you.
A little. I wouldn't call it like shaking up, but like I'll just call it. Yeah, I had to do some shaking up. You know what I mean? But everything's solved. You know what I mean? With prevention, there's always a cure.
Yeah.
You know, and I thank a lot of the people out there in the scene and Toronto scene that know me personally or know of me or anything. They just know that certain things, like if they were hearing about me or seeing anything on the blogs or anything this week, they know that. Yeah, they know that's not me. They like, you know, right? So I don't want to get too deep into my life and what I do for a living and how I pay the bills and how I feed my 6 children. But there's a high level of energy when it comes to that, right? So when people are trying to jeopardize that part of, there's no holds barred with what my people will do. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying violently, I'm saying legally. You know what I'm saying? So defamation of character is a real thing. You know what I mean? And lies, people doing bull-faced lies is even a realer thing, right?
Yeah.
So I would always recommend to people when they're dealing with people who may have issues in their life or anything, I would advise them to just more like, you be the smarter one, take a step back and process this person's well-being. And you'll know, and in 60 seconds, if you're good at that, you'll know exactly what you're dealing with. And a lot of times, a lot of people are scratching to get to the top in this business now. So what they are looking for is an easy way out.
Yeah.
And when I mean by easy way out, I mean by somebody making up any rational or irrational things to say about you or themselves to get attention.
Crash out.
Yeah, you could be a crash out test. You could be a crash test dummy all you damn well want, but what happens to the crash test dummy in the commercials back in the 80s?
They smashed their head on the thing.
Whiplash. It's called whiplash, right? Whiplash. So that's basically what I was dealing with this week. A lot of people whiplashing. They had to snap back and they had to make apologies and stuff like that. I'm not here to put anybody on blast or nothing. No. I'm just telling you what the hell I went through. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't. Man, that ain't no hair off my back. But I'm just showing you. I'll make the hairs on your back stand up before you can make mine. You get what I'm saying? Because I know myself and I know the character and the person that I am and what my mother and my people them raised me to be. And now I'm an older man. You know what I'm saying? So I know what to do. All right. But anyways, what's up with you?
No, man, that's well said. And for me, myself, I've been busy. Big salute to Roadrunner. We were talking about earlier with the immigration conversation. We went over to Chachu's. Right? I had an interview with him. He gave it up in that interview about the immigration stuff.
For rent. You know what I'm trying to say? Nice building, nice apartment, the newest shit. Okay, now what they did was 8 of them moved into an apartment. Whoever the owner was okay with it because he's gonna make a shit ton of money. 8 of them moved into an apartment. I have never in my life filed a complaint to security saying there's noise complaint, there's this, there's that. But yo, when we're sleeping at 1 a.m. at night, okay, and you don't shut the up, the person beside me sleeping is gonna wake up and say, "Yo, she's a civilian."
Bro.
Yeah.
So some of the same things that you guys were just discussing with the feeling that some people had from time being here.
Yeah.
Woo-wee.
He really let us have it.
He has a lot of the same feelings, and he went crazy in that interview.
Oh man.
And he, even though he's Pakistani, he's Punjabi, right? Like he speaks Punjabi and stuff.
He
so
said he learned to speak in Punjabi because of the amount of Punjabi people that
But
started coming.
you know what? Though I really rate the Pakistanis. Though they're a little different from the Indians. Let's just be real. You know what I mean? They have a different outlook at things. I'm just being real.
They got bombs. They got
they got a different outlook. I like my Pakistanis. I grew up with enough Pakistanis. They're like a Guyanese Trini to me. Like,
you're talking about the ones here, right? Or are you talking about Pakistan? Okay, I'm like, yeah, they were harboring
here,
Osama bin Laden for a while, but the ones here are usually cool.
Yeah, they're cool. Dog.
Yeah.
They're cool.
They're actually cool.
They have a strong culture though.
Yeah.
So like I know people who have married into Pakistani families,
Yeah.
and they have a very particular way of like
A lot of them are
culture.
Muslim.
You know,
A lot of them are Muslim.
they're Muslim, but they are beautiful people. Real talk.
I mess with
that Roadrunner interview is definitely. It's gonna be in a few weeks when it drops. It's on the members section for anybody who wants to become a member.
Yeah.
But bro,
He really let
he
it.
talked that talk.
How was the food?
Good.
The
food was great.
What'd you guys eat?
We had some sliders, some beef. I don't remember exactly
Like
what it was
kebab?
called.
Like
No, it was like
samosas?
little sliders, like little burger sliders.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was banging with some fries with mayo fries and stuff.
Yeah.
It was banging.
Sorry, what'd you guys consume?
Eat. Yeah.
We're not eating.
We're not eating.
That pause thing,
Never
that's
consume.
Consume.
But yeah, enough about our weeks, man. Let's get into some of these topics here.
Yeah.
Big salute to the sponsors, Diamond Club, with delivery all over the GTA and now all across Canada. They got the best selection of flour, edibles, and pens, and all types of goodies that you need. You can find them on their Instagram page, DiamondClub_Canada, or you can find them on the 7 Days of Weed app, as well as the Leafy Things app. Let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop Network, and they may give you a discount. Big salute to Diamond Club. Yeah. Okay. This topic, I don't know if it's fake news, but Lil Wayne, the news that I have here, and this is courtesy of, what is this? The Tribune. They're saying that Lil Wayne's people were contacted by the Superbowl because they might replace Kendrick Lamar with Lil Wayne due to this Drake lawsuit.
Okay, when I saw this, I was like, when it said amid Drake lawsuit, like, you could say that for anything. Like, you could be like, Friday went to Burger King amid Drake lawsuit because it's just ongoing.
Yeah,
so it's like, how do they relate it to the actual UMG lawsuit?
Well, here's the thing. And a lot of people started getting at me in the comments because I said, it also said according to Media Takeout. And they're like, Media Takeout's fake. I was like, listen,
It's
man,
fake, bro.
I'm just passing along the message, and a few other blogs posted it. So I don't know if they got the same energy in their comments.
Yeah, but is that broken telephone on our side of things?
Bro, I went straight to an article, and it says, according to Media Takeout, the NFL reached out to Lil Wayne's team to explore his possibility following the cease and desist letter sent by Drake's lawyers warning the league to prevent Kendrick from defaming him during the performance.
Wow, that's why. Okay.
Right? The issue stems from Drake's legal concerns that Kendrick Lamar might perform Not Like Us at the Super Bowl, a song that could exacerbate tension between the two. Sources close to the NFL have revealed that the league is scrambling to manage the situation, and its legal department reportedly in disarray over the matter. As a result, the NFL is said to be working on a contingency plan with Lil Wayne emerging as a potential replacement for Kendrick, although no official confirmations have been made. Right? So just the wording. We have to make sure to peep the wording. No confirmations have been made. Lil Wayne is on the list of people of potential, so it's not Lil Wayne. And we don't know. This is according to Media Takeout.
Oh boy. First of all, it's gonna be a Swiftie and a Lamar thing. We already know that.
Okay, so let's assume that it's real, please. Because I know the Media Takeout, they're gonna eat our back out in the comments. Like, come on, guys, pause. Right? Why are you guys spreading fake news? So let's pretend that the article is potentially real. Let's pretend it came from TMZ or something.
Ooh,
right? We're doing pretend now, okay, audience? Let's say Drake did do this, and like he has a petition for a lawsuit, and it goes this far where they're like, okay, hold up, Kendrick, I don't know about the Super Bowl thing because you might be in court or your label is going to be in court. Is Lil Wayne the best choice or who else?
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, if the cease and desist is able to remove an opportunity from Kendrick, it's gonna be a bad look for Drake in America, in all around the world. And I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like just don't perform that song. But maybe the NFL is like, well, we only booked him so he could perform this track because it's like his big. But he just dropped GNX, so maybe perform some songs from there.
Nah, that's too gangster on the GNX, the Jinx.
I don't know, man. Like, this is.
He has other songs.
If this is taken seriously, it's just not the right way to get Wayne in the Super Bowl. And shout out to DJ Natural. He said it best. Like, we're not really trying to see Lil Wayne perform live. Like, he's not the best live performer.
He's gonna get tomatoes because people want to see Kendrick.
The man has had seizures on stage. Like, you know, his performances aren't like, I guess, how they used to be. Like, obviously, maybe the age and drugs have caught up with him.
You think?
But I don't know. Like, I can understand the cease and desist because that is a huge platform. The Super Bowl halftime show is watched by I don't know how many people, but I'm sure it's in the tens of millions. People pay top dollar for that type of advertisement space. So imagine that type of advertisement space being used to defame you. That could really ruin opportunities for you. I don't know. I don't think I hope this doesn't actually transpire.
Yeah.
Okay, if it was real.
Yeah, let's reiterate. We're doing pretend.
Hypothetical.
If
Go.
It was real. If this was real, right? We're crazy to think that this wouldn't have any repercussions in the back end. Okay? Because now you went at UMG. It shows you have power, but it's also they're exposing your, let's call it bitch madeness. Right? Because I don't want, I'm gonna say it like that, right? Because that's how they would say it. yeah, point at me. He would understand because it's like, you know what I mean? He's in this world right now, so he would understand how I mean it. I don't mean it towards him personally.
Drake's leaning closer to the TV.
Like,
keep going, Dusty.
What do you mean? I fear for my fellow Canadian rapper because this is the whole motive is to get the music industry out of our Canadian hands.
Ooh.
If you guys have not noticed that the whole point is to get the music industry out of Justin Bieber's hands. But there was a time when it was like get it out of Drake's hands.
What about The Weeknd though?
They want it out of his hands too if they could, but he's R&B. It's a little bit different. So is Justin, but Justin's like pop, like so special. Like he's a different zone of it, right? He appeals to everybody. They've been at the top. These Canadians have been at the top for so long and running the machine, and they've been running the machine on our guys. And we knew that. That's the only thing where I feel a little bit like he shouldn't be doing these little moves because now he's opening up a can of worms for himself.
But I don't think the American industry cares where someone's from as long as they can exploit them.
No. They care. Because how is where rap music is from, which is America, the Mecca, New York. How is this light-skinned Jewish boy running this scheme? How is he running hip hop to this day?
Well, some would argue the machine pushed him well enough. The machine
pushed him. So here's the thing.
Thank you.
He earned it too. Don't get me wrong.
The culture or the people who are influential in the culture might have an issue with it. But to what Zara was saying, I don't think the machine cares.
See, that's where we went. See, hold on. See, this is where now this hip hop thing, this whole situation has just split up the audience who are the real hip hop heads to just the consumers.
Yeah.
Okay? This is where we're showing
heads versus consumers.
Thank you, guys. This is different. This is a real thing. Now, is he exposing the game? Has he had this motive to expose the game? And if it's an exposure, then that means he better have something on the back end that can cipher his music for the rest of his life. Now, he's not doing the Michael thing. Because what Michael did was when he got all that money from Sony, he turned around and bought up publishing.
Other people's publishing.
My guy
The
didn't
Beatles.
do all this. He been doing all some traveling, got big jumbo, does all the stuff showing off people's faces.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going to happen is these record labels who are the machine, who are really the loaners, they're really the bank to you.
They're lenders, yeah.
Yeah. They're like, all right, Jewish boy, black boy, he's still black. You know what? You're not going to get 400 million on this deal this time. Right? He knows he's not. And I think he knows they're pushing him out the door. So why, when you're getting all these lawsuits, it's an exposure of the game. But when see now what Diddy did, it's a whole web of shit. Diddy went and what did he do? He went against Ciroc, right?
Yeah.
What happened?
Or Diageo.
What happened? He won. He won some money, right?
Yeah.
But then what happened?
He's out of here.
He lost his freedom.
Oh my God.
He's on his third bail hearing, and they said no.
So you can hear all this, yo, Drake's gonna win the lawsuit. Okay, with winning that lawsuit is then when what? They've already this morning put up, he's now they're gonna open up look into more of Drake about the XXX Tenacion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like doing these little plays are opening up a can of worms, whether he likes it or not.
Yo,
smear campaign on the way.
Are we witnessing a corporate crash out?
Yeah. Okay. So let's afford the conversation, because yes, and part of the questions I have here on the list is, should Drake be suing for the defamation? Or, you know, he hasn't sued yet, but the potential is to sue, right?
That ain't hip hop.
But he is definitely crashing. Like,
Yeah.
What was the question?
Corporate crash out.
Corporate crash out, right? I don't think he cares anymore, bro.
Well,
for all of the people that are going to be saying things about it, like people, the reaction that's popped off this week from these petitions or whatever has not been favorable in Drake's way, right? However, I think at this point, the fight that he's fighting, and it might not even be a noble fight. He just doesn't care, bro.
Care about who though?
He doesn't even care if the public hates him now.
No, he doesn't care about the culture. Then.
The culture's
That's the part
perception
where
of him.
He just messed the hell up. He better go to Minister Farrakhan and start speaking to him. You know what I'm saying? If he ever wants to be back in this world. Because now what he just did was, like I said before, this is a thing of the real hip hop heads versus
the consumer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And what he did not caring about the culture, bro, that means you don't care about black people. Let's just be real.
Oof. Gotcha.
And we're your strongest ally. We're the one. Look, he went to that what do you call that? The Quasimodo dragon looking dude the other day.
XQC.
I don't even care. I don't even care.
That was a weak stream. Like there wasn't even too many moments.
Care.
I was trying
and
to clip
you have
something.
Friday over here sitting here. You have academics over here sitting here, pom-pom it out. These guys have the biggest pom-poms on for him. And you haven't even come through.
Your lawyer.
Bro, I feel that, next time, get that out of here then. Because what happens is, when you're saying he doesn't care, that means, yeah, you're right. He don't care about you.
Oof.
Right? And that hurts me. That's where you guys got to start seeing. If he don't care and he wants to crash out, start showing, I'm going to sue you because you call me a PDF. Someone tried that with me the other day. What did I do? I got up in that DM like they ass. Let them know, try that shit. Save that shit for the burbs.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You got to get, he didn't keep it hip hop. Now this looks crazier. You're suing people. That's what, I'm being real. That's what white people do. They won't put their foot up your ass.
But
no more sue your ass.
But don't you feel like the hip hop expectation where it's like, you're not allowed to sue because that's not hip hop? That could limit people.
No,
you know what I'm
rappers
saying?
always have a situation where they can sue.
But
all
they just
artists
don't.
are in situ. No, they do. They do. Don't get it twisted. But I'm not suing you over defamation of my character because it was a battle. I taunted you to come drop.
But he's not suing Kendrick Lamar.
He can't yet, but he's gonna have to.
Well, that's what UMG wants him to do.
Yeah,
They're like,
they
we didn't defame you.
They're setting him up so bad. It's like those meetings he was having prior to these couple of weeks moving up, he wasn't getting the answers he needed, dog. That's where you guys aren't looking into things where it's not just he woke up and he's like, I'm gonna sue these niggas. No, it's like, they're not giving him the response he needed. So business has to get, for him to get out of that big deal that they have him still working for, because now what do they have you as? You're a Slav.
Yeah.
He's still their Slav.
Yo, he just announced a world tour, right?
Yeah.
I need a Max Win
I need a
tour.
Max Win.
He needs a
Max
Max Win
Win
right
tour.
now, bro. He's going to
That's
Australia.
crazy though.
Yeah. That brings up another question with the tour thing. Is that part of his obligations, or is that him independently doing this?
How? How?
He's gonna have to owe. He has to give them the money. Not
That's-
all of it, maybe.
Yeah, but they're saying that he's already. There's rumors. There's people saying that he's recouped already, and that's part of the reason why he's like, I want out now, bro.
But he's still there. He's still
Oh.
but that means, you know what that means though? He's still a slave to the rhythm. They still have him somewhere along the line. They still have him by the nuts.
They're like, he's like, yo, I gave you your money. What else do you want from me?
your life.
And he's like, okay, I want. And there's another rumor or what is floating around is he wants to renegotiate. So maybe it's this. I want more money. No. Okay. Well, I want to leave. You can't.
Yeah.
It's like,
I think you just broke it down. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
So then you're starting little different companies here and there.
100 gigs.
It's okay, but
mid music. Let's just be real, right?
Yeah, and that's another thing. Salute to Joe Budden podcast, right?
Yeah.
A little bit, because he did say some wild shit the other day.
Yeah.
But they also do give some information.
Yeah.
And they were breaking it down earlier when I was listening. And I believe them. This has been going on for a while, the beef.
Wild.
Right? And this is why we've gotten quote unquote mid music for kind of a minute. It's not 100 gigs. It's For All the Dogs. A lot of people complained. You know what I'm saying? They're like, this is not Drake's best stuff. Maybe even CLB.
So you're saying it was like out of resentment. He's like, I'm not okay. I'll give you what you want, but I don't even.
You ain't getting the heat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
You
get
ain't
it.
getting
But
what
then-
me and 40 are really cooking up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then you know what they're doing? They're like, yeah, post-Soul, I'm going to take away your likeness.
Yeah, give us the heat, man.
I'm going to take away your likeness with your mid music, and then I'm going to somehow get over on you, and your old music is what's going to be hot again. And you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have to buy some shit. You have to take something from them. You have to have something in a catch-22 situation. Like he should have did something where, example, instead of buying all this jewelry and things first mic and shit, Pusha T's first, you should have went and got maybe Michael Jackson's first mic. Like you weren't doing the right moves with the money. And right there, I'm gonna be real. White men will give you an opportunity, and if they gave you money, there's a string behind it. They watch you start buying all this crap, they're gonna be like, yo, how fast can we gave it to him, and how fast we're gonna take it from him. They want it back. All right? That's what it's looking like. And now you want to sue. Okay, now they're on a smearing campaign. What happens when you go against the labels? What did they do with
They
Prince?
usually defame your character like crazy.
What did they do?
Permanently
Yeah.
Yo,
defame.
he's in more of a Prince situation than a Michael situation.
Big time. Big time.
Okay, Prince was in a bad situation because he wanted to sign the biggest deal ever, and da. But there was some stipulations behind that shit that
He changed his name to the artist for a whole while just to
It was a symbol,
to rebel
dog.
against the label.
And a symbol.
it was a symbol, dog.
Yeah, not even the artist. It was just a symbol.
symbol, dog.
Yeah, we had to come up with a name and just call him the artist,
Artist.
because he didn't have an actual name.
Yeah, and then boom, what happens?
And Warner, they made
Lights
good
out.
with him.
He aged-
They made good with him before his lights were out,
Oh,
Yeah.
right? But
but they already
At
knew
that
they were gonna
point,
take his lights out.
it was
Okay.
at the end of his career.
But yo,
Yeah.
let me ask you guys. Okay, let's put ourselves in this position. You work for a place, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And now they're not giving you shit. And now they're saying, we're not gonna fire you, but you also can't quit. So how do you pursue, like, what's your next action? Like, you either gotta crash out or you gotta sue them. Like, those are really your own, and
No.
crashing out is not gonna benefit you in the long run if you
Yeah.
actually do something illegal.
No.
You know,
Put
like
yourself in
assault
jail.
or
Yeah.
So it's like, what? Like, you're not allowed to quit. We're not gonna fire you. You
And we're
have
not
to.
paying you more.
At
You're
that
supposed-
point, you're actually in a slavery situation, obviously with
Okay.
a lot more money. But
You weren't around for MC Hammer, were you?
no. But
Ask me what MC Hammer's doing right now.
what's he doing?
Probably a tour with his dance crew, but he stayed away. Right, that was one of the biggest artists of all time. He was
Yeah.
in one of the most weirdest deals too.
But he also spent all his money, went bankrupt.
But now he got it back or whatever. But he
Not the
stayed-
same amounts.
Not the same amounts, but he stayed out the way. The whole thing I'm trying to get to is staying out the way. If Drake had just laid low,
That's I'm sorry, I can't believe the lay low. Even though I've even said you need to lay low,
yeah,
I don't think he's allowed to lay low. They're like, yo, hello, you got some obligations for us. Another project.
Post something on
So-
Instagram right now.
So
something.
hold on now. That's a question. So because they're saying hello, where's the dinero? Where's the dinero?
Yeah, where's the
dinero?
deliverables?
Yeah, okay. That means with this situation with him and Kendrick's paying more of the bills right now. That's why he's being pushed to the back burner.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
He keeping the lights on.
Part of his reason why he wants to sue is because you guys, the label, made it that way. I was already keeping the lights on in here. You shifted who keeps the lights on, brought my stock down, and then still want to hold me.
So is he? Oh, so that's where it comes to let me expose everything now.
What else can he do?
Let me expose everything now. So he's willing to go into court and be like, "Hey, we were putting bots on your shit from way back."
Yeah,
he's willing to let that out into the world. Then
at this point, and I said this the other day, for him, and I said this on the company man's platform, for him to even take this chance and then they have to do some discovery on his end, that means, yeah, I'm willing to do this, man. Expose me to expose you.
He's willing to literally risk his whole reputation and career to prove this point. And I don't know if it's like a display of pettiness or if it's like a display of justice, you know?
It's like a kamikaze bombing. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a suicide bomber.
Yeah. I'm gonna crash out, and if I get hurt in the process, so be it. But all this is what you guys have been doing. All of us, we all been doing it.
I'm losing right now, and I'm taking my ball back home. It's my ball.
I don't think he cares about losing to Kendrick as much as he cares about.
I didn't say about Kendrick. I'm just saying I'm losing in general. I'm taking my ball right now, and I'm leaving. That's how it looks.
It's not only that, and listen, with all due respect to the boy, it's kind of like we're all getting caught doing shit, so we all did it. And that's snitching.
Bro, that you're baiting them all out. Bro.
No, okay, you know
this is why they're mad at him.
Nah,
yes.
But I get it.
There's something behind everything. Where there's smoke, there's what?
There's fire.
Fire.
Yeah, but it goes back, and before you go, Zar, it goes back to, I'm saying, I don't think he cares. When you must not care, because nobody's saying, yo, this is a great move, Drake. Only a few people are saying, it's an okay move.
That's nasty.
Oh,
that's
man.
bad work. That's bad work.
It is what it is.
That means, that means if we were all in a gang and, you know, one of your girls kind of came to one of them, that means you're telling on the whole operation, fam.
F it, man.
I
We
know,
all going to jail.
You know, mustard,
bro.
We all
know
going to
that
jail.
can't go on out here, fam. So I don't know what's the like. You gotta have some type of balls and principles and cojones to this subject matter. Like you can't just do that, bro.
We all going.
Nah,
This is crazy work. You get what I'm saying right now?
I hear you. What are you gonna say?
I literally thought of the same example Dusty said, and then I stopped myself from saying it because I'm like, it makes him look bad. I'm like, yo, what if you're rolling with a gang? All you guys are like, you know, selling work, but then like maybe the gang robs you.
He's telling on us.
We're all going to jail.
You guys robbed
Guess
me
who's
for my
going to
shit?
jail tonight?
I don't care. All you guys who robbed me,
You're done.
you guys are criminals.
But yo, the thing is, that's the code of the streets.
Wow.
That's a street code. But does that apply to the corporate world where you actually have legal obligations, contractual obligations? Street world, it's like there's more of like an unwritten code.
You see, it's our fault. It's our fault.
Why?
It's culturally, it's their fault. Like America's fault. Okay? I'm gonna say it like that. Culturally, it's America's flipping fault. Because of the fact, now you're talking to me about corporate shit. Hip hop come from the streets, dog. And it will forever come from the streets, dog. The minute we let people who aren't from the streets in this shit, yes, it became corporate. Now we have to deal with the consequences. We have to double check some of these dudes that we letting into the game then.
Are you talking about Drake?
I don't sit for whoever it could be for.
So whoever the cap fit.
Whoever the cap fit, wear it. Ross Clock. Wear it, Ross. Wear it proudly too.
I just feel like you can't apply like the street code to like corporate code because they're totally different.
No, you're wrong. That's where you guys I'm going to be real. I'm not calling you a visitor, but I'm saying a person who doesn't really come from the street part of the aspect of the hip hop scene. It's not that, my dude. And you don't need bloodshed, right? Make more music. You're supposed to rap.
But he's not making music for himself. He's literally benefiting the company that's also like treating him like that. Do you understand?
Fam, this is where you see again. This is where you rap. This is where your black ass was brought here to rap.
Make them more money.
Your black ass, half black ass, wasn't sent here.
Yeah, but it's
complain.
But Czar's right though. Like for who to distribute. And
to keep getting exploited.
Right? Let me put on my OVO lawyer hat
go
here.
on, true.
Right? He was rapping. He put it out on 100 gigs. Y'all ain't pushing it, but you're taking it off of the platforms. You're saying, I can't put out my music unless you guys distribute it, right? I'm putting out music. I'm trying to put out music through the battle, right? And he put out some heat, but they're not pushing the button no more. So it's like, what y'all want to do? Are we going to negotiate or not? Because it's not like I don't got music. Y'all just don't want to do nothing with my music.
So then doesn't that mean there's something that they know?
Yeah, they know that they want to give him the low ball and they want to slave him.
Like,
we ain't going to push none of your shit no more until you acquiesce to what we want.
So then who wins?
They
UMG.
always win. The house always wins, and that's the problem.
Now you went against the house, right?
Yeah, and the house is going to try to crush you.
No, the house is going to crush you.
Yes, but and listen, the people are going to call me a glazer. I think it's a noble attempt because he's not stupid. He knows how this shit usually goes. So to even attempt it, his image is getting dragged through the mud before even a lawsuit was even filed.
Yeah.
So he knows what he's expecting.
And I do want to add, like, I understand the optics of it, and when you look at it with pure hip hop lens, and it's like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is literally like you're moving like the feds. You know what I'm saying?
I'm rapping after that,
and I get that, but I feel like we can't even call this side of the music industry hip hop in like a traditional sense because it's corporatized, and hip hop was never originally corporatized. You know,
until who came in, the small caps,
until people
and
funded
he a small cap, and he doing small cap action. You know that. That's small cap action, dog. You know what I'm saying? And you know that, bro. All right. What did Suge Knight do when it was time to go to those labels? He picked up a baseball bat and walked in there with the whole death throw, dog. And things got straightened up properly.
But I feel like that didn't help him in the long run. Like, it helped him in the moment.
Yeah, it's granted.
But it ended up biting him in the ass in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
He in jail.
He in jail, but for other stuff. But I'm saying that's the element, dog.
Hold on. For other stuff, maybe. Because that could have been the downslide. Yeah. Where you go to jail for hitting a man with your car or whatever, what he exactly went to jail for. Yeah. But it was after a whole downslide. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like the industry will make you slide all the way down until you crash out. Yeah. And then end up in jail. So they didn't directly put you in jail, but indirectly it's because they pushed you so far out that like now you're just doing drastic things. You get desperate.
So are we saying that's where our boy is headed? He's going to be right beside Diddy soon? Because you went against the monster. You went against the monster. No, I'm just saying.
No, but we have to concede that it's a possibility.
It's a possibility.
It's a big possibility.
All these things are being said now. Allegations, and I don't want to say them because they're look at this guy. Look at this guy right now, like blood clot.
Well, and
the man went to Quasimodo before he came to Friday. Like this.
No, man, because bro. The just what I seen happen with Diddy over the last year.
Exactly.
Like I don't even want, like, I can't even fathom the thought of seeing Drake go through, like, that's how you know if you even starts happening, the industry conspiracy's true, bro.
But then exactly because he exposed it before that entire campaign would happen. Yeah. Now it's almost like people are gonna start waking up and being like, hey, how come after he sued you, like all this stuff started coming? All of a sudden,
he's sitting next to Tory Lanez, who tried to go independent a few years ago and was like exposing them, like, yo, I'm going independent, and then boom, now he gone.
And then you know how they get it. This is what they did to you. As fast as they gave it to you, as fast as they want to take it.
God giveth, God taketh away.
Thank you.
The industry guys.
You're not a full small cap. You're half of a small cap. So they're like, yo, we can still mess with you.
I don't even think they care if he was a full. Don't get too cute.
Bright and feisty.
Yeah, you're just a musician, bro. We big wigs over here.
And you didn't go and buy up Michael Jackson's masters. You didn't do nothing that was really sick with it. You went and bought up Pharrell's jewelry and bought flipping Pusha T's to do some like spiteful shit. You got to do shit that has them scared to even really, you know what I'm saying? Attempt these things. When you would watch, look when Swiftie said, they're messing with me. I think they're violating me. Yo, the Swifters came out with the Swiftie mops quick. She walked back into UMG. Boom. They had to give her a deal, give her everything.
She re-recorded all her albums and they all
made
bought
more
them.
and made more money off of the second time. That's why you have to look at the situation and be like, bro,
he wasn't making the right moves. Even Ak was saying that.
Yeah, did someone blindfold you and walk you into the building that day, bro?
No. He was just making, this is my opinion.
Rational.
I think he was making just too much money and he wasn't really realizing the long term of what can happen.
Yeah.
He was just like, I'm winning. I'm freaking winning. I'm the top rapper. But in the long term, you need to make sure to stay there, that you invest in the industry.
Yeah, it would have been beautiful to see Drake not re-sign and then just start his own thing here and just keep it here. Even if it would be smaller, it's just like you had the resources, the infrastructure, you had the platform to like create a whole Canadian music industry. Like
of your own.
Yeah, like our own revolution where it's like now we don't have to go to the States because like we're being funded, not just by grants, but like by O.V.O. or whoever.
Yeah. If you're doing your thing in the and I've been saying that, so I'm not wrong, dog. You see when you move like that, these little things, these little tweaks in your life come to nip you in your ass. You understand? And now you feel like it's the worst timing. But it's the worst timing, brother.
I want to ask you something. Do you feel like when navigating through these corporate environments, adhering to like the hip hop code can be like a disadvantage? Because even though these lawyers and stuff, like they probably don't even care about that stuff. They're like, okay, well, the law says this, so technically, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, I feel like we have to get out of that mindset of just judging it from like a hip hop perspective because it's beyond music.
From a cultural perspective,
this is like an employee issue at this point, you know?
Because it has become a business over the years.
Yes.
It was the culture back in the native tongues in the 90s and but by the time we got to the 2000s and by the time Diddy, right, and all those guys started really corporatizing the shit, bro, it wasn't a cultural thing for a few decades now.
I hear you, but I hear you though. But the person they put in place to destroy that person now is part of
the culture.
Yeah,
but put the quote unquote on it. Part of the culture because he's part of the culture.
He moving like a machine too.
Moved by the machine
too.
You know what I'm saying?
He in the same
like a
category.
Common?
No, I'm talking about like Kendrick.
No, I know Kendrick, but like, you know how like the industry will prop up these like conscious rappers of the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even Common has never even got the kind of push that Kendrick's got.
I mean, he has an Oscar.
Drake went at him too.
No conscious rapper has ever gotten the kind of push that Kendrick got.
No, Most Def maybe.
Not even Most Def. Not even close.
J. Cole maybe, but J. Cole, he signed to Jay-Z.
And J. Cole's not completely conscious rapper. He's conscious, but he talks a lot about girls.
Yeah.
You know, Don't Save Him is one of his bigger songs and all that. Like you know what I'm saying? He's multifaceted. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's so interesting now that I'm thinking about it. When Kendrick was dropping like To Pimp a Butterfly and he was performing at these award shows, it was like pro-black music, but for like approved by the machine. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like they're able to kind of benefit from being like, look, we're pushing this guy.
Look what they did. Look what they did. Even if it's a smoking mirror, they put this guy now in front of him to make Drake look like, have the whole, I swear to you, he has to like really, literally go and sit down with Farrakhan in order to get back in the cultural aspect of rap. Because whenever something big is going on between two rappers, who gets involved?
Farrakhan.
Minister.
Yeah.
So you see what he's not doing is doing those type of moves because you still got to deal with these people, bro. And what he's trying to do is go around these type of cultural people that hold more weight than you think.
He got to tap into his black side. Right now he's tapping into his white side.
He went his white way, bro. What do white people do? Oh yeah? You're going to what? Boom. Next day you're
call your lawyer.
boom, you have a
call my
lawsuit
lawyer.
up your ass.
I have
right?
one retainer.
With a black man, you might be like, yo, he said he's gonna kick my ass next time you see me. You're just gonna be like, oh shit, I don't need him to see me.
I got arrested for assault. I have to go find a lawyer.
I have to go find a lawyer, right?
This guy has his under retention.
Right?
You're not supposed to have a lawyer.
Right? And what I'm saying is reason why the West Coast Kendrick, they look more like they're winning. If it was a pissing contest, it's because they're not addressing it. They're just rapping.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is the real thing. You gotta rap in these situations. You rap.
But what would Kendrick have to complain about right now?
Let's move on to conversation, because this whole Drake suing thing, we can stay on that forever, right?
Damn right.
But still staying part of it.
I want to take a quick break from this episode to give a big shout out to Only Loud, Canada's one-stop shop for your favorite legacy brands and all things loud. Only Loud provides mail order delivery nationwide and same-day delivery to those in the Ottawa area. Check them out at onlyloud.ca or follow them on their socials, Instagram at onlyloudcanada or on Snapchat onlyloud.ca for more exclusive content. Only Loud is not just a product, it's a lifestyle. Big salute to the sponsors.
Cheer! Because Kendrick Lamar did drop an album in the midst of all this suing thing, right?
Yeah.
It did 325 in the first week.
Didn't we say that?
What was
Didn't
our
we say that?
predictions?
I said 2.
I think I said 4 or 5.
You said like 5 because like you guys were trying to understand the streaming thing, right? You said around 2.
Yeah, 100 or 2.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think I kind of hit the mark. Right? I said between 250 and 300. Actually, I was off. Yeah, he did 324, and I have a list of over here of all the different albums that he's dropped and what he's done.
Yeah.
So his best was Damn, which did 603,000 in the first week back in 2017.
Yeah.
Besides that, Pimp a Butterfly was his third.
The exact same.
Yeah, and that was in 2015. I'm giving you the dates also just to give some context, because the industry has changed over the years as well as sales.
Yeah.
Right? 2022, more recently, he did 295 on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Yeah.
And then back in the days, in 2012, he did 342. And then his second highest right now is GNX, which is 324.
Yeah.
Just to give you guys some context, back in 2012, 342 was just, it was great, but it was just okay. He wasn't the strongest out of everybody. Because in 2012, the top rappers were probably doing at least 500. You know what I'm saying? Like a Drake was, I think Drake and them times probably did like almost 1 million in the first week kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But then when Damn came out in 2017, sales were on average lower, and he did 603,000. So he did above average is what I'm trying to say. Now in 2024, where if you do 100K in the first week, you're a superstar. And now if you do like 300K, if you do 100K in the first week, you're doing great. But if you do 300K, you're a superstar. He did 324. Right? It's not Taylor Swift numbers, but for rap, that's like the best you can do.
Yeah.
Well, he's number 1 on the Billboard 200, so he's doing better than every single.
No, that's the best for rap. Is this the highest? Like that's I think what Travis Scott did when he maybe did a little less than that.
Yeah. But that got taken back because of
No, I'm talking about when he dropped his album a few, maybe about a year ago, right? Like I forgot the name of the album. I think it was
the Astro World one.
No, not Astro World. It was the album that just came out the other day.
That's what I'm saying. They took numbers back from that.
No. You're
merch.
talking about the re-release.
You're talking about the one where it's like black and red, the album cover?
I'll find it right now. Travis Scott.
Oh, the one with Fiend?
Yeah, what was his last album? Because he re-released
Utopia?
Utopia.
Yeah.
Utopia did like a 300K in the first week type shit too. You know what I'm saying? So that what I'm trying to get to is that's the highest on the hip hop scale right now.
Yeah.
Like if Drake was to drop right now, he has to do like 300K.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To be a success. So Kendrick did 300K, and this is not the album, as we said, like this might not be the official banger. It might be like a mixtape in a way.
Yo, but I feel like now I just like don't even trust any numbers by Billboard or Spotify or YouTube. Like it's hard for me to like really prove it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and especially when you know that these tech companies and these music companies are all in cahoots and it's all about visuals. Like and bots. Like you're saying, they have these streaming farms and stuff. So it's like,
but it's nothing's changed really. It's just that they went into a digital sense, right? Before it was, the labels would press up 1 million copies.
Yeah.
And then that's how they even just said 1 million copies were sold.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, they would press up and then pre-buy a lot of the
Pre-buy
copies.
it. And then basically the company, the record label, that's 1 million sold.
Yeah. Let's say buy even like 100 to 150,000 of them and then just give them out as promotion.
And then they shipped out 1 million.
Yeah.
And you could, those times, I don't know how they fandangled numbers, but that's what they did.
But yo, back in the day, you could go into like HMV or whatever, and you could actually see how busy that section you know what I'm saying? Like, do they have like a big section with all these albums, or is it like there's barely any albums left? Like you can't even buy it here.
Cutout?
Like, is it sold out at this location? Like, there was a little more like evidence, whereas now it's just like you could just type numbers and we're gonna believe it. You know what I'm saying? Spotify, I don't trust like that.
How did we get to this number?
And Universal owns Spotify, so they can fandangle and finesse.
And this is gonna lead to my next question. Do you feel like in order to be #1 on a Billboard chart, you have to almost be like vetted or proven? Like it's not like super organic in a sense. It's kind of like you're placed at this point.
No, to answer your question, yeah. I don't think anybody just gets there by chance. Nobody's organically getting to the top of the Billboard.
Well, what about like Chance the Rapper back in the day?
Yeah,
like
look where he is. He wanted to take care of his wife after.
No, but even with him, it was supposed to be independent. But I'm doing the quotations for the people who are watching a video.
Yeah,
it was independent. It wasn't completely independent.
What do you mean by that?
He had to deal with Apple at the time.
Yeah, nobody.
He had a one-off album deal with Apple. Like that was like the only independent guy who ever was to do that at the time.
And was it just to was it really just to release it like 2-3 weeks earlier or something like that? That's why they gave him like
an exclusive.
It was an exclusive. That's when Apple used to do Apple exclusives. Right?
Yeah.
But like he was the only independent artist. And because Drake had an Apple exclusive. You know what I'm saying?
But they wanted his album a couple weeks before it was supposed to drop.
Right. But like Chance the Rapper, he might have done that on his own. But like I feel like, you know, he knows some people to be able to get him to those.
What about like a Chief Keef?
Chief Keef, that was from the time his song started bubbling. Look, Kanye went and scooped him up. Machine. And this is when Kanye was heavily part of the Machine.
Yeah. How about Shabuzi, the guy who did Tipsy? Like, I don't
part of the Machine.
Yeah, even just to get the be able to
get that remix, you have to clear that from Jaquan and Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah. So to even clear that in the first place, you knew somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So man, somebody.
Yeah.
So okay, if that means the limitations to being an independent artist, it's like you can only be an independent artist so far, but then once you get into the Machine, now you're like a slave, pretty much.
Yeah,
to the rhythm.
Look at this. In the same thing, right? In this list, and salute to Complex Music and Complex for this post here. Section 80 did 5K. This is when he was independent. So 5K to Good Kid, Mad City, 242K. Like, that's the Machine, bro.
Nah, but yeah, for sure. But you could see the same thing with Eminem's old albums. Like Infinite, he's literally like selling copies out of his car.
Yeah.
And then like, what is it? Slim Shady LP or whatever. Like, you know, they press that. You need the Machine.
You need it, bro.
You need the Machine, but like.
Well, you don't need it, but you need it if you want to be the guy.
Yeah.
If you want to, but is it worth it to be the guy in the sense?
Depends what coast you're from.
Because, Drake, everyone would argue Drake has like probably the best artist like tier that you can imagine. And even he's unhappy. So it's like if the person at the top is unhappy, like if once you get there, like what do you expect?
Yeah. And what do you mean by what coast you come from?
Means like what coast you come from. Like, because like think about it like this. You have Master P coming from the South. Those guys didn't need any Machine. The Machine came to them.
Yes, but when the Machine came to them, that's when we really start to find out about them. Like on other regions, like the people who search for music, they knew about Master P and all those guys when they were in their
you weren't even
phase.
searching. You were reading.
Yeah, you're reading in the source or something. But
and guys like E40, and Too Short, those guys aren't Machines, and
they're very independent.
Very independent.
Too Short had a deal.
Later on, when the hype.
Once we found out about like from the first song I heard from Too Short, right, was Life Is Too Short.
Yeah.
He was signed by that point. He was already signed to Jive.
Okay, true.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like,
But those guys are trunk.
And you got to remember, and what the people we're talking about are like, obviously you know who they are, but this is pre-internet, right? So to find out about somebody for us, let's say in Canada, they kind of needed the machine in a way. E40 is the exception. E40 was one of the only people who was like selling it out the trunk and still ending up in the Source magazine. Right? But anybody else?
And on TV. And on MTV
and shit like that. Stuff. But anybody else, for us to find out about them pre-internet, they had to get on television, right?
Yeah.
Or be covered in a magazine. You had to get signed.
You had to go to New York.
Yo, that almost makes me feel like true hip hop is always, it like almost has to be underground. Like it cannot, once the moment it crosses into that corporate field, then it like, now at this point it's like a business and it's like,
and it's not real
because if it was like two mans rapping on SoundCloud and then one of them tried to sue, that's super, you know what I'm saying, like it would look crazy. But like now we're dealing with like, this isn't just two parties, this is like multi-billion-dollar corporations, like, or corporation in the sense of UMG exploiting, and like I don't know, man. And then when you try to think of like how they put out certain images for the black community and stuff, then it's kind of like, bro, like we should all almost like ditch this like infrastructure. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard, bro, because from time, like I was just mentioning, for us to know about artists from back in the days, they had to be signed, like to really know about them. So that set the trend from the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
How about now? Like, could you will discover artists now that are not signed easily.
Yeah. Now, because we have the internet, we have social media, we have all these different things. So there's a bunch of artists. Look, we cover a bear artists from Toronto and all over Canada who are not signed. No. So we're in a complete different time now, right? Because of the internet. But
so in 2024 or even 2025 or in the future, why would anyone need a label?
Well, in 2024, 2025, we don't. But there's people who are already in the system. They're trying to get out. Or some of them are.
And they can't.
It's hard.
It's literally like
I feel like we're starting to see a crumble.
Your master is calling you.
Yeah.
And you're shackled down, dog.
But you know what? Even one of my homies told me, like, the new kids now, first of all, like, obviously they know the mainstream songs, but the songs that are booming are things that are just being shared with each other, like a airdrop.
Yeah.
Like they're just the MP. It's not even released yet.
Yeah.
So they're taking it like super underground, where it's like no one knows. It's not even on the internet. It's not even on the internet. It's like you're sharing this with your friends.
They don't want it if it's not if it's on the internet.
Yeah, they just want to share it with their homies.
I like that.
I like it
that's
too.
The underground.
I like that.
Yeah.
I actually like
just
that.
sharing files.
Yeah.
Whoa. The kids are still doing that?
Yo, that's all the kids do now. It's like a song is popping if you have it on your files. If the moment you'll put it out somewhere, then it almost like loses the mystique and aura. So now we're going back
streams on
to
it.
like super underground, where it's like, oh, that's on Spotify. I ain't even trying to hear that.
Shout out to the 2000 and what, like 5 babies then?
Yeah, it's those guys still.
Them one day.
That's crazy.
That's the one.
Salute to y'all for that, man.
Salute.
That's some real sharing. Like,
share me a file.
This is my favorite artist.
Share me a file. You guys drop me a file.
No, don't do that, because you know what happens with us? Then bear people who are just gonna start sending us shit, and it's like, bro, you're already doing that, man.
Yeah. No, it'd be like, who's hot? Not you. Not you. It can't be you.
Like, who's getting the most shares amongst people's phones that nobody knows about?
It's not even a report. It's not even on social media. It's literally like iMessage, airdrops. You know, like,
who's getting the most airdrops? Send us that guy.
Send us that guy.
He's gonna be next.
And I think that's what helped even like Sav4X, who's I feel like he's like almost like the leader, the new school, like for Toronto
rapper.
Yeah, like, yo, people, I feel like people were just rocking with it. It's like, yo, I have this new Sav track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Send it to me. And then the exclusivity of that adds appeal. And now you throw a little bit of funding, because I do believe he's working alongside.
He's a Telegram rapper. Let me send this to you to Telegram. Yo, some fire, like as if you're trying to send some drugs to somebody. But it's just some fire music, bro. Like,
yo, if you want your things, if you want your music to go viral, like it has to be sent to people like the MP3 files.
Yeah, and then eventually so many people will do that until it leaks, and then it's like, oh shit. That's the hottest person that nobody knew about, but all the kids knew.
Gotta make the video now.
That's crazy.
A year would go by before even the video comes out, type of shit.
But you know that you're hot
Yeah.
Because it's like, bare people are hitting you up. They're like, yo, I heard your shit is fire. Da, 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 da. You never posted on the ground once. But you're getting bare DMs all the time. Like, yo,
this shit's fire.
Man sent this shit to me on Telegram the other day. Yo, that second verse.
And then you hear yo, you got to put this out. The streets are waiting. Like, you got to put this out.
Actually, it's a good temperature to know what to drop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the wave then. If that's how the kids are really, really, really moving. With that, I rate it, bro. Because
I think that's the future.
That's the element of like underground, but like we don't want it if it's on the internet type of shit.
Yeah.
You know what?
It doesn't even have to do 1 million streams to be like.
Yeah.
As soon as it touches the internet, it's like.
Yeah,
it's like that's like the
pop.
The internet,
you're done.
Because the internet lost how free it was. It's almost like the new labels, because now the labels are like they're cool with YouTube, they're cool with Spotify. So it's like we don't even want that because we don't trust it. That's not real. If it's real, yo, send me like this unedited. You know what I'm saying? Might not even be mixed and mastered like that. Like might be the second mix, but they're doing a third. You know what I'm saying?
Send me the bounce straight from the studio.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man. I don't know if I want to say salute to Kendrick Lamar because it might not be on his merit that he got this 324K, but hey, salute anyway. I got something. It's a little bit of a weird topic.
Oh, I seen this.
Atlanta is safer than Toronto. I'm gonna play a clip here, and this is from Fear and Clips. This is from some podcast. What podcast is this? Do you know, Zar? I know Hassanabi's on it. And
Hassanabi?
Yeah.
Disgrace to Turks. We don't claim him.
You don't claim Hassan.
So you're on your best behavior. You can't try.
You don't claim Hassan.
You want to, roll the dice on life.
You strapped?
Gotta be. I changed my opinion. I used to be very anti, but now I low-key think everybody should have one. Like if friends said I'm going to that area, I'm like, you should bring one.
Yeah, because everyone else has one. You're significantly safer in Toronto than you are in...
I don't think so.
That's crazy.
I feel way safer in Atlanta.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and in Toronto, I don't go nowhere I don't know without a lot of people.
What?
There's no...
Yo, he's not wrong.
So, I don't know, and salute to our American audience because I know right away they're going to be like, cat! But I don't know, bro. For what the rules are over there, everybody can be strapped, right? You can get a license way easier. Yeah. So you know that the potential just non-gangster could have it on them.
Yeah.
So
you tend to walk
you be a little bit more respectful, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But over here, where the average citizen can't defend themselves, it can get spooky because the criminals don't care. They're just going to get a burner anyway.
Yeah, like if you're talking about establishing a level playing field, Atlanta is way better because even if two mans get into an altercation, there's other people around who also have their straps. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's more of a community effort and there's like a respect for the gun culture there. Here, there's like zero respect. It's like, yo, I got it on me. You don't, like run your ish.
I know you ain't got it on your grandma.
But why they gotta be a gun though? Why they gotta be a strap situation if it's Atlanta or Toronto? Why couldn't it just be like he knows not to go anywhere because he could really get robbed?
Well, that is his point.
That's just my logic on it.
Okay.
I'm just assuming. I don't know what his reasons are, but it could be that.
I felt he was more just more explaining it in like the dangerous side of things. Like with Toronto, it could get spooky. It's Gotham City too. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fact that a white guy could pull out a syringe on you and be like, "Yo, give me that." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not just a black guy. In a sense, you know what I'm saying? It could be anybody kind of getting at you when you're in Toronto. It's a
multicultural.
It's a multicultural.
You gotta watch out for the buckets. You gotta watch out for
the buckets. Anybody can get it, and anybody could give it.
But
Punjabi that's been here a long time run you down. You know what I'm saying?
Give me your chain. Yeah. Give me your chain.
Yeah. Run you down. Run you down for it.
You never know.
I feel like it doesn't happen that much for the average person, but also Agent is like a public figure. So it's like he is probably more going to be targeted. So he has to roll deep because it's like, people, it's like, yo, that's Agent? Yo,
salute
I know.
The drama.
You know what I'm saying?
Right? That's all I got to say. Salute the drama.
But you get for not checking in.
Don't worry, I'll blank that. But yeah, that's what happened. Right? I could even clip the clip in there.
Get for not checking in. Shout out, boy Drizzy, eh? Triple G's, you know how we rock, slap, brat.
Clip, put your
yeah. Right? And drama wasn't the only one. Right? There's ones that didn't get really publicly talked about. Like,
man, enough, man.
salute to MOP, Billy Dan's.
Yeah.
There's a story about him getting robbed out here.
Redman, Method Man.
Redman.
But
the Biggie concert that went crazy.
Yeah, Biggie got his chain took there too.
Right?
But you'll see in ways like then there's other American celebrities who come to Toronto because like they can just walk around in public by themselves. No one's robbing Arnold Schwarzenegger when he's on his bike, even though like that guy's a multimillionaire.
Look when Shaq was here.
Shaq
walking around Fort York.
Yeah, but Shaq also put like a bunch of money into the police too.
Wow.
How you know?
We know about during Caravana, that was the thing.
Yeah.
Shaq put a whole bunch of money on the Toronto police force, bro.
Yeah, so we could be safe.
Because Shaq is a cop.
Yeah,
in Miami.
He can arrest you.
Mm-hmm.
He after games, he literally chases people down in whatever he's driving and stops you, pulls you over, gives you a ticket.
Yeah, Shaq loved the police. Yo.
Yeah, man, he's good.
Which is crazy because he's a rapper too, right?
Yeah, he's a rapper too.
Platinum.
Yeah,
but I feel like Shaq is pretty well received in the black community.
He is. He's you know, we moved the goalpost because nobody ain't saying nothing about Shaq being a cop lover, but it's like defund the police. So Shaq too? Because Shaq put money on the police. He didn't defund them. He was like, here's some money.
Shaq's the reason why you have a Walmart in your neighborhood.
That too, right? So it's a kind of double-edged sword, dude.
Yeah.
You know, we want your money, but you also like them. We like them boys in blue a little bit too.
No,
much.
he is the boys in blue.
He is them.
But you know what's crazy?
You can still smoke a blunt around him.
Okay, but let's not sidetrack on Shaq.
Shaq.
With this Toronto thing, right?
Yeah.
Besides that, I don't know. He probably knows his hoods in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But maybe not. I don't know. You could walk into the wrong place and it turns into a hood in Atlanta. I've never been there.
Yeah, but you know what? I have. And you know what? He's right a little bit. He's right. They funny over there, man.
We're in Atlanta?
Not to cut no beef, but you know what I mean? Them niggas be wearing skirts.
Oh, no.
Listen, it is.
If you're watching this, it's too late.
No. It's a thing. It's a known thing.
Yeah. But you got homo thugs. You got homo thugs, though. You got homo thugs.
Of
homo thugs.
Oh,
in America?
That's what you meant.
Yeah.
Black, especially for like black, it's the black Mecca. But it has also like the highest percentage of like black homosexuals.
Yes.
So not to say that they can't, you know, they don't have it on them or whatever. Or they can get busy. But I'm just saying it's like, it's a little bit more flexible over there, so you're not going to be worried.
Yeah.
You know
like you're walking down Peach Street, you're not getting checked.
And it's like, even if someone wants to be homophobic, it's like the gay dude has a gun. So it's like
a pink one, a vibrant,
dazzled,
very vibrant pink one with bezels on it and shit. Like, but that's what I meant.
Yeah, but even down here, you can walk. If you're in the middle of downtown Toronto, which you could already get robbed in the middle of downtown Toronto.
Yeah, right at Dundas Square.
We're just doing horrible as a country. That's a whole other story.
Yeah.
Right? But once you start walking too far east, you're going to end up in the
region.
Before region, you're going to walk. You have to walk past Dundas and Sherbourne. And they haven't cleaned that up. And you might step on a needle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you just never know. And then that's just downtown.
Yeah.
You start going into the West End, then you go to certain areas in the West End, you might get popped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then we're not even talking about Jaden Finch.
No.
That's already has a history to any even the outsiders.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But there's the colleges over there.
Yeah.
So if you just go to the college, you're not realizing that you're right in Driftwood, fam.
Technically, yeah.
To go to York.
You're in Sentinel.
But you're like right next to Driftwood to go to York.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's true.
I do have a question. Is Georgia an open carry state?
I think so.
So when they go to venues and stuff, are you still allowed to bring your strap?
No, you gotta leave that in the car, maybe.
Okay. Because I was wondering about that.
Okay, is Georgia an open?
No, us carry state, yeah.
Let's see. Georgia has the weakest gun laws in this is just the first thing that pops up. The legislature passed a law requiring college and university students to allow gun on campus in 2017.
Wow.
So even the college kids are holding, bro.
These are like 15, 16, not 15, but like 17, 18-year-olds.
Yeah, that's cool. With their
gotta have it on them, bro. They said it has some of the weakest gun laws, right? So, I believe it, man. I believe it that Toronto can get a little bit stickier.
Yeah, than
just Toronto. People keep on forgetting, no matter what. It's Canada and blah, 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 blah. It's the 4th largest city in North America, right? I was watching a statistic on an American YouTuber's channel that they said it's between 6 and 8 million people, depending on how you want to configure it. That's a lot of people, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Between 6 and 8, even if it's the 6, bro. 6. But even if it's 6 million people, that's more than mad American cities, bro.
Yeah, but I feel like if we were to like, it's almost like we can't legalize firearms because imagine Toronto tomorrow became an open carry city. Ontario, people would be shooting because we don't have that gun culture here. That took a couple hundred years to establish this kind of respect in America for gun culture. If they were to do that even tomorrow, next week, in a few months, bro, every man's getting a strap, every man's walking around with it, every man's gonna shoot it at least like once a week.
If we had that, we might start getting more school shootings.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's part of the arguments that they be having over there.
Because it's too accessible.
Because guns are so accessible that certain states is where you see all these school shootings in all these different places. And then you look at the state and it's like, oh, it's open carry state. You know what I'm saying? Or you can go get a gun with a driver's license or whatever. It's like, well, maybe that's why all those schools keep on getting shot up, right? We don't have a school shooting problem here. It happens every once in a while, and I can't even really remember.
We don't really have that here.
We have it with gangsters coming to get each other. But there's no little white kid in a trench coat going and shooting up their kid in school.
Kill my teacher.
Yeah, like we don't have that here. And part of the reason I think that is because our gun laws are so strict. You know what I'm saying? Not anybody can just go get an AK and then just say, okay, well, I'm mad, I'm going to school and shoot it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even the parents, the whitest parent could just go get a rifle. Like we ain't doing nothing with that, bro.
You don't really see too much gun violence with like the hunter guns that are legally administered.
Bro, even if a kid crashed out, like little Billy crashed out from Coburg and then went to the school with the rifle, that ain't doing nothing, bro. By the time he gets one shot off, somebody got to tackle that nigga, bro.
Hopefully.
But his dad can't purchase an AK-47 or whatever different semi-automatics.
You could build it though.
You can build it, but like
it's legal.
Legally in Canada, like you can't go into your dad's cabinet and take out
No. But mans have it because they can build it. Even if you have a legal gun license, and you can kind of build your gun.
Yeah.
Right?
But we have limits to the kinds of guns we can even purchase here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where like in American cities, like you can buy heavy artillery and it's not the kid who's buying it, it's his parents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now when the kid crashes out and he goes and he can go grab crazy as shit because his dad has like 10 rifles that semi-automatic shit.
Ready to go.
You know what I'm saying? He takes 2 of those, goes to the school, goes crazy.
Oh my
God.
We don't have that option here. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's the unique person who built something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or you just go through the hood and you can get a strap,
you literally have to go
saying?
get it illegally. But like your dad doesn't have the 10 pumpies. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
Damn.
My bad. You know what I'm saying? No?
Yeah.
It's crazy like that.
Yeah.
But listen, man, salute to all our Americans. Salute to the people in Atlanta. No offense with the free stuff.
Yo, comment down below if you guys feel safer knowing everyone around you. If you're in Atlanta watching this, Georgia, do you feel safer or less safer knowing that everyone around you has a gun?
Has it on them. Yeah. I want to talk about something about this tariffs thing.
Big salute to Steamin' Hot Grabba with a variety of different Grabba flavors and dispensers. They got red rose Grabba, that red herring Grabba, and peanut butter. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabba, and use the code WeLoveHipHop and receive a discount on your order. Again, you can find them on Instagram, Steamin' Hot Grabba. Now let's get back to the show.
Yeah. Y'all have been hearing about this?
Yeah.
It's all over our news.
JT went to pay the man a visit.
Yeah, he flew out, bro. Justin Trudeau, they're showing footage of him. I feel like they probably punked him at the table. But the tariff things, do you guys know what that is? Because I had 24/7 Hustle or Hustle Over Everything in the other day, and he actually explained it. What the tariff things is. I'll play a little bit.
They're going to be adding tariffs to all of our products to try and incentivize people to make whatever in the U.S.
Yeah,
so
and break down the tariff things to me because I hear them talking. You know, Trump, we're going to add more tariffs. And I'm like, good, bad. I don't know. I'm dumb. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I actually went to school for this. So hopefully I can explain it to you in a good manner and see if my degree was worth the money. So basically, let's say a pair of shoes, right? A pair of sneakers cost like $100.
Okay.
Right? And they come from China, right? You want to sell it for $150, right? but now there's a tariff on it for 10%.
Okay.
So the tariff is the business owner that pays for it. So if you want to get those pair of shoes from China for $100, the cost now goes up to $110.
Right.
So now you're like, all right, where can I get that $10 back? Because at scale with a ton of shoes, that's going to add up.
It's a lot of $10.
It's a lot of $10, you know? So you're like, all right, maybe I make my shoes in America to get that $100 continuously.
Right.
You know?
And not have to pay the extra 10.
Extra 10, exactly. But now here's the thing though. Here's what no one's ever telling you, right? Is that to make those shoes in America, you have to get the materials for that shoe. Get what I'm saying? And here's the thing too, even if it's made in America, even if it says made in America on it,
right?
The law says it has to be at least 60%. So 40% can be from other places. You know what I'm saying? So you can get that the laces imported from China,
right?
The bottom imported from Singapore, and you still have to pay for those to be imported, bro.
You still have to pay tariffs.
So you have to pay tariffs on.
So that's like a short explanation of tariffs, right? Just like extra taxes and different things that are tariffs that they're putting on products. What's our main product that they're saying that we export to the States?
Isn't it wood?
There's wood, and I think it might be
gas, like oil.
Let me see.
I thought it was like car parts, like something.
I know there was something
like
with the cars
steel
too.
or something. I don't know.
It could be steel.
They got their own, but
let's see. Canada's main export
to America.
To US. Let's see here. So
crude oil.
Crude oil.
Told you.
Right?
Told you.
So now, and part of the reason they're saying even with why Trump wants to add tariffs is because he's saying something about we're letting in a lot of drugs and a bunch of stuff that are coming from our country, right? So because of that, he's adding tariffs adding extra tariffs to us over here in Canada.
It's almost like to cover the legal costs of rocking with us.
Yes. What are we sending over there? Bear weed, probably.
Yeah.
Weed is expensive in the States.
Yeah.
They don't got better weed than us.
Not really. Maybe California is our only competition as far as like the weed game.
They have a lot of good sativa.
Yeah, but like other than that, like no, I don't even think it's an offense. I think people know, like, Canada got it, bro. Like, it's legal in the whole country for a reason.
Isn't a Digo like 20 US there?
It depends on where you're at.
But like average?
Like New York. It depends on, in New York, it also depends on levels, right? And this is from the last time I've been there, which is maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But I already was getting my back kicked in over there in New York. Holy shit, bro. If you want to get some piff, which we just smoke on a regular, a quarter was like $1.20 at the time. And this is like 2009.
And that's American.
What was it, sour
American.
Diesel? And was it sour diesel?
It was, I don't
New York,
know.
Sprite sour diesel.
It was probably some diesel, but they said it was sour diesel, but it was a complete other strain, but they just called it diesel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in Miami, same shit. I paid $2.90 for an O.
Holy.
It was some fire, but the swag I can get for like a half O for like $60.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Here too, but like here for $60 you can get something pretty good,
Fire.
bro. You know what I'm saying? In America, no. So one of our main exports of illegally, I guess, and I guess in some cases legally, is probably weed.
Yeah, marijuana.
And you know what's sad? Because imagine Trudeau said this and was like, well, you guys were getting guns from your country. Let me put tariffs on you. It's like we don't have that much power to kind of like leverage that, I feel.
And part of the shit that we're reason that people are getting so much guns is because of the drugs, bro. That's the trade. You think everybody's going to the States and saying, yo, here's a stack of money for all of them guns? They're like, yo, here's 30 pounds of weed. Give me all of those guns. Yeah. Let's go.
I hear a lot of it happens through these areas around native reserves near the borders.
Okay.
This guy's I said too much.
Close to the sun.
But like I heard because there's some areas in that region that aren't really monitored by border patrol,
and it's their land,
and it's their land. But what are you using your land for? To import and export? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, like if we're gonna say, like, do you know where like the Six Nations is? Where it starts from? No, look it up. Look it up where Six Nations starts from and where it leads to.
Does he sound like he knows so much about this? And like the fact that I mentioned it's like,
no, really.
No, they're probably at a lot of points on the borderline of Canada and the United States.
Where it's like free land. It's
Six
like
Nations rolls into like Rochester, Maine, all those places, right?
Oh, so by the Great Lakes type?
It starts in like, let's say, St. Catharines, London.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So now, if you started from London and just walk through, that's where you're from.
Yeah.
It's your land. Six Nations leads you into like New York, dog.
And they do have police, but obviously those police, like the native police force.
No, they have peacekeepers.
Yeah.
They don't actually have police because I've been on a native reserve back in the days.
Yeah.
This is like late 90s.
Yeah.
No, sorry, early 90s. My bad.
Yeah.
And I was out there shooting guns.
Yeah.
I can see the peacekeeper car in the distance, like with the siren thing on top. They didn't care. No, they weren't going to start driving towards us because we were popping off the guns. We were in a what do you call it? Like a garbage dump, shooting TVs, just whatever we want, bro.
Yeah,
It was like you could do whatever you want on the reserve, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody's telling you nothing, fam. And I'm in Canada, busting
Canada
off the
side.
in Quebec,
Yeah.
busting off the thing, bro. Nobody cared, bro. I can see them over there. Mans were like, nah, just keep going. I actually hit the bridge of my nose with the scope. I was learning how to shoot.
So that's why I want to see what it looks like from those areas. Like, or does it lead from there? Do you have Six Nations in Quebec in those places? Does it lead all the way up to there?
There's all over Quebec. And then there's probably a little border, if you look at the map, between Quebec and... Remember, it's quicker to get to Montreal, from Montreal to New York than from Toronto to New York.
Yeah.
I can get to New York from Montreal in like 5 hours if I drive fast.
Easy.
So imagine if I go a little bit further in Quebec, there's probably like a border point right there. There's probably a border, and then you go into the reserve, and then there's the land.
But if both governments know this is where all this stuff is happening,
whoa.
Then why don't they do anything about it?
No. Good question.
Come on, bro.
No,
if we
can figure it out, come on, bro. We're
Yeah.
not super geniuses, bro.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them. Well, come on. Like, think about it like this: when you see some of these last names in the government and they're sounding French, right? French and the natives have their relation.
Yeah,
The Métis.
French Canadian.
Yeah, a lot of
people have a lot of native in them.
Yes,
Métis, like
Métis,
and stuff like that. So you have to see it in that sense. Like, I'm not giving up my chief. Even if you're high up in those days, you know we grow tobacco over here. You know, like what it is, right? So it's like it's kind of like the same thing with the Black culture. It's their culture, right? So there's certain things they do it good too, right? Well, they've been ripped off. Right?
Yeah, because my argument is not against them, because I feel like a lot of it is because they're put in a circumstance where it's like unfair. You go there, the grocery prices are crazy, like all this stuff. So it's like
because
they have to get it in other ways.
They don't pay tax.
Yeah.
So that's their tariff.
Oh, like now
land.
Fruitopia's $10, like
on their own land, right? Like let's just say on their own land.
Yeah,
right?
but then like tobacco's super cheap. Like, bear mans go to the reserve to go get their
get their
backwood.
bogeys.
They're growing grabber right now. You know what I mean? They're growing grabber and things.
Yeah, but the whole point of the whole reserve talk that we're getting into, is because Trump, he wants to raise the tariffs because of the amount of stuff that's getting into the U.S. But then on the reverse side, shouldn't Trudeau be mad because of the amount of guns that are coming here?
Trudeau.
It is a trade, but it's an open border on both sides.
Trump is an alpha male. Trudeau is a beta. So right there, he already knows what to do with that beta male. What you would do to this guy. He knows how to manipulate him to make him jump.
He jumped all the way to Maralago.
He jumped because he's a beta. You get what I'm saying?
But I feel like even if Trudeau was an alpha, it's like you got to keep your country's best interests at heart, and like military protection from America, you need that. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine having that in your back pocket.
No,
like,
you see with Trudeau, he's not a great leader because he'll try and call Trump's bluff. And that's where we're gonna see where it lands now. He's trying, like he should already have walked in there and said, "Okay, what do you need us to do?" He's trying to manipulate more of the situation for him to be like, "Yo, you got 6 days."
Yeah, and this is all on the heels of him giving us a tax cut or a tax cut that's supposed to be coming up in December.
Yeah.
We're in December now. People watching who are watching this now, but like we're supposed to be getting like a $250 tax cut.
That ain't shit.
And or I don't know what the details of it is, but there's a lot of different products that they're supposed to be taking the taxes off of.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
Canadians. Yeah.
So now, if he's trying to give us that, but then Trump gets in office January 1st and says tariffs on everything, are they going to have to reverse that? Because the money's going to have to come from somewhere.
It's only for 2 months.
Who, the tariffs?
No, for our
tax break.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
only
then,
for 2 months.
Okay, so then by the time the tariffs kick in, if they do, then we're screwed, bro.
But like, yo, what do we? Okay, we get a lot of stuff from the States.
Yo, it's going to come out of our pockets in some kind of way, bro. If Trump wants to add extra tariffs on Canadian exports or imports or whatever it is, it's going to cost us in the long run as the regular man.
No, what it's forcing Canadians also to do is to get him out of office. That's what Trump is making us do.
He's pushing their hand or pushing their hand.
Yeah, so that we can call an early election.
And then if somebody else goes in there, then what? Is he going to get rid of the tariffs because Polyev is in there or something?
Well, maybe if he had like a guy who he knows that no matter what, Pierre's sliding with me.
Yeah, he's for Canada.
Yeah.
He actually loves Canada.
Or it could be a friend of his.
I've never heard Trudeau say he loves Canada.
Don't say that.
I love this
I'm
nation.
not even going to even defend. I hate having to defend this guy.
No.
But when you say something that crazy,
no, it's not.
He's the prime minister. There has to be a record of him saying, I love Canada.
No,
like, that's
he doesn't
crazy.
love Canada. He doesn't love Canada.
He might not love it, but there's a record of video of him saying, I love Canada somewhere in the world, bro. He's the prime minister.
What's that thing called that they studied here in Montreal?
MK Ultra.
MK Ultra.
Over at McGill University.
Right? He's part of that. That's what he's trying to do to us right now.
Yo, but I will say this around Trudeau, I do believe he does love Canada to an extent, maybe not displayed by his actions, because when there was a separatist movement in Quebec, he was on the other side to stay Canadian for Quebecers. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to.
That's just his MK Ultra move, dog.
I mean, that's such you can't just chalk it up to that. Like,
nah, dog, that's an MK Ultra move. That's a mind manipulation, dog.
He was like a teenager.
Look what he did for us, though.
And his dad was president.
No, he slapped us in the face. He slapped us in the face with legalizing marijuana and then turned around and did all this other heinous shit. Right? And then it's making you live like beyond your means, like blow and be happy and owning nothing.
I mean, you have some points, but like, do you think everything he does is MK Ultra then?
Yeah.
Okay,
just like what he did the other day. Just like what he did going to the Swifties, the Swiftie concert, and still had on the bracelet the other day when he was in Ottawa or wherever.
So who's his handler if he's under MK Ultra?
Yo, one of the big dogs. The big dogs now.
It's hard to argue against these points because I'm like, it could be a big dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His lover. Why his wife left him. You get what I'm saying? Like, who knows, right?
We don't know. We're speculating.
I'm just
We're going too dope into it.
We might get
We're talking about taxes now. We're talking about
but that's the reason why we got these high taxes.
On some kind of shock therapy or
some
shit.
MK
I
Ultra.
think if he is on MK Ultra, it's probably Klaus Schwab, who's the leader of the World Economic Forum. That's my guess.
You have a problem. Better guess than me, bro.
Well, listen, man. I just hope whatever he's talking about in Maralago works, and Trump is like, all right, fine. Well, I'll add some tariffs, but I'll lower them or whatever it is. Because the way that the world, like, I've just only seen that on CP24 for like the last few days from when Trump announced it. Everybody was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And the man jumped in a jet, bro.
Yeah.
So it must be detrimental to our society.
He had to pull up on him. He's like, yo, I'm outside.
Like,
I'm on the plane right now.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, you're a beta. Look how I got you here.
He must be beating him up over there.
I drew him in. I knew if I did the tariffs, he'd come right in the ring right away.
You know,
no hesitation.
We're not seeing the off-camera thing with Trump backing this man up against the wall, slapping him.
I slapped him. I told him,
Justin. What they call this in Toronto, a defus? Boom, bop, boom.
I gave him a defus.
That's how they really negotiate.
Yeah.
They just go in a room and beat the shit out of each other.
Box on, make him know
he tucked his tail. The moment I put my card, he tucked his tail. He didn't know what to do.
But it was a great conversation.
Right?
Oh, Lord.
But listen, man.
See, he's trying to call his bluff, though, because he ain't come to no resolution.
Well, we don't know yet. We're
Trump,
still waiting.
He's also not the acting president yet. We have to wait till November.
No, but he's
February.
He's preemptively going there to make sure that when you do get in charge, we good, right? We're good. We're cool. When you get into the big seat, don't come down on me, fam.
Oh, he rolling.
You think Trudeau pulled up with
sliding on you?
You know when Canadians travel and they get those maple leaf cookies from like the duty free?
Oh, for sure.
Up with
the
like
cookies,
some snacks, ketchup chips,
syrup. Here's some ketchup chips, like
Tim
a
Hortons.
poutine, fresh,
some Tim
Canadian
bits.
snacks.
Right? Enjoy. You know what I mean, let's be friends.
And Trump's like, sorry, I only eat McDonald's and drink Diet Coke.
Yeah.
I like it.
But salute to I don't even know who to salute in this one, man. Okay, I got one more for us here.
Yeah.
Dillan Ponders is looking to break the world record for consecutive singles.
Didn't he break it? Didn't Guinness
I think he
give
broke it, but he's applying right now.
Is he? Oh, he's from Toronto.
Yeah. Toronto artist Dillan Ponders. Dillan Ponders has been doing his thing for a while.
Wow.
Listen, because people say we only promote the bullshit artists or the guys who are into the polys and the drama. Sorry, we haven't spoken about Dillan Ponders a lot of times on the podcast.
And honestly, though, in the last couple of weeks, we have.
I bought him up anytime we talk about the Grant rap or the other side of hip hop.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys. He's been doing his thing. He's accomplished.
Yeah.
And he has another accomplishment under his belt. So it says here, and this is from Guinness Book of World Record. Let's get a bigger shot of this. Dear Dillan King, we have some important information regarding your application for most consecutive weeks to release an original digital single by a music act on DSPs to update on you on. Dillan Ponders, as you may know, I've been releasing, and this is from Dillan. As you know, I've been releasing one new song every week for 120 plus weeks. After completing my 56th week, I officially broke Charles Eston's record, entering uncharted territory ever since. Over the last few months, I've been in communications with Guinness Book of Records to verify the monumental achievement. And today I received an email requesting additional evidence, which I promptly submitted. I am now just a week away from officially receiving the Guinness Book of World Records for most consecutive singles ever released by a music act. This is a friendly reminder that for those unfamiliar with the significance of this information, I am the first person in history to release this many consecutive singles. No artist in human history has ever released new music every week for 2 years. Let that sink in.
Yo, bad boy thing that.
Hold on, he needs an air horn, man.
Bad boy. Dylan.
That was like under our noses too.
Yeah.
120 weeks plus, 2 years, every single week.
Yep.
He released a single on DSPs.
Yep. Guys think they're out there doing stuff until you bump.
I'm looking at Czar's face. What's with this face, bro?
What do you mean?
Okay, let me preface by saying I rate the consistency.
Yeah.
I rate the actual feat of achieving over 2 years, releasing a song every week.
Yes.
I've never heard one of his tracks, and I live in the city, but that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
In order to get, first of all, there was no previous record, okay? You pay Guinness to assess these, okay? You have to pay them to even give you a look like that. You know why he promptly submitted it? Because he's been planning this. He's been wanting to be like, what's a world record I can have? And I think it's good for marketing.
Yeah, definitely.
Right? It's a great tool, so I'm not hating on him or his achievement, but to be like, there's no artist. No, I'm not hating on it. But I think we have to look at it critically because people are like, just like, whoa, you broke the record. There was no, he's the only one that's.
He did have Charles Esteen.
So he tried to beat it.
He did.
You have to pay. You have to pay for them to even give you a look.
But that's
you guys
the whole
know
point.
that.
I didn't know that part.
No, you have to pay.
But that's the whole point.
You paid him 5 bands.
If I ate the most jelly beans in the world, and I felt like I ate them, I'm doing it like I'm doing it on a live or something, bro. I'm gonna pay Guinness Books Records to watch me eat all the jelly beans.
I don't know. I feel like yes,
they're not gonna know
that's how
about
Guinness works.
But they're not gonna know about you if you
have to submit.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like real world records where it's like objectively just there, it becomes the world. Usain Bolt didn't have to submit to be the fastest man in the world. We've seen him do it. You know what I'm saying? He broke it. Other world records, you just see it. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
But Czar, it's different with music, man.
And he's a Canadian.
Louder, man, bro.
And he's a Canadian.
It's hard to get into the world's record, except.
How about this?
Twista, hold on. Twista.
I could if I really want. I don't care to.
He's giving you an option to beat his record now.
If I had, if I'm like, yo, Let me
Sorry.
spend how much is it to submit to Guinness? I don't know. It's a couple $1,000, and I think it's a good move because now he has
and now
it's on his portfolio.
If you're an artist coming up, I don't care if you're from Toronto or the rest of the world, and if you're not a hit guy, you can't make hits though, but you can do something. This can be a task you can do, and now you can have something to live for and say, I beat Dillan Ponders at the Guinness Books records.
You're gonna have to go 2 years.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, that's what you have to do though.
Yeah.
It's free.
Yeah, free to apply.
Yo,
See?
take this part out.
Oh my gosh. See?
Yo, I was
You
under the
was
impression. I heard something else, bro. Wallahi, I heard something else.
But yo, he does give niggas a challenge right there. If I was trying to come up right now,
I was hating for no reason.
Yeah, dog.
My bad.
I was like, damn, who's gonna beat that, bro?
I'm putting your face on the thumbnail for this segment.
I need to check something.
With just a sour face, just a salt package right next to you. No, but you know what the thing is? Which one thing I'll give you some credit for it, Czar?
Yeah.
Yes, the witnessing it, like the world, like the fastest man.
Yeah.
Twista did get that for the fastest rapper. I don't know if he submitted or somebody just seen he was the fastest rapper.
Yeah, they knew.
Maybe he submitted too.
Yeah.
At the time, because Twista is another rapper who has a Guinness Book of World
record.
Has a Guinness record.
Yeah.
Right. How many rappers actually have Guinness records? Let me see.
Probably a few.
Rappers with Guinness
change in business model. Wait, I might not be retracting my statement.
Okay, here we go.
Keep in mind this is from Wikipedia.
Mm-hmm.
So take that as a will. Guinness began to realize that a lucrative new revenue source to replace falling book sales was the would-be record holders to themselves. While any person can theoretically send in a record to be verified for free, which is what we saw on the Google search when we searched, the approval process is slow. Would-be record breakers that paid fees ranging from $12,000 US to $500,000 would be given advisors, adjudicators, help in finding good records to break, as well as suggestions for how to do it, prompt service, and so on. In particular,
pay some money and get to the top.
In particular, corporations and celebrities seeking a publicity stunt to launch a new product or draw attention to themselves began to hire Guinness World Records, paying them for finding a record to break or to create a new category just for them. As such, they have been described as a native advertising company with no clear distinction between content and advertisement. So you know what? Keep this. Keep this.
Well, both apply.
If he did it for free, which you probably not, you know what I'm saying? Because you probably submitted for free, and then what's the next step?
No, you got to pay money.
What's the next step after that? More money.
They got an advisor.
Oh, they got to fly out the freaking guy to like give you the thing. They got to print this specific paper for you. Oh, they got to put it in their book and do all this legal mumbo jumbo.
Well, listen, here's how maybe we can solve this. Salute to Dillan Ponders, holler at me. Or not holler at me. I'm gonna holler at you.
Yeah.
And let's do an interview because we need to clear this up.
Because I'm not hating, but I do think like it's a little bit deceptive if you're not revealing like, oh, I paid them and then they looked at it and this. No, I just naturally broke the record. I'm just so up. The Guinness came. I showed them and they just did it. You know what I'm saying? Like people are not gonna show the fact that maybe you pay. How many monthly listeners does this guy have?
Sar's BS detector is always on.
I'm not gonna agree with everything, fam. Just because he's your boy doesn't mean he's my boy.
I don't know.
No,
Can you search his Spotify? How many monthly listeners he has, please?
I think low key he probably has a lot.
I hope so. Because
if you were in the Kensington area, you'd see him a lot.
Good SEO. Good SEO. As soon as I put DILL.
Okay, how many you were guessing?
198,235.
Impressive.
He's doing great, man.
Impressive. I was trying to hate on that.
You know what I'm saying?
I was hoping it would be low so it could add to my point.
No, fam. And okay,
that guy's a veteran, bro.
Before I get to the point I was gonna make here, the other Guinness Book of World Records is Eminem for the most words in a rap from the Godzilla track. I remember that happened a while ago. Twista is the fastest rapper. Rebel XD, Chicago-based rapper, multiple Guinness records for rapid fire. Oh, another. I think he beat Twista's record. Damn, that's crazy.
Oh, I want to see that.
And El Chopin, Spanish rapper, holds the record for 921 syllables in 1 minute. That's crazy.
These are all the same record just being beaten.
Yeah.
It's the only one category.
So now I'm telling you, someone has to beat his.
Twista and Rebel XD, they're in the same category. El Chopin and Eminem are in the same category, the words per rap. and then the fastest rap is 2 different categories. But hold on, before you say that, you're gonna say Dillan Ponders. You know, remember the whole thing, the conversation we're having with the Grant rappers and I gotta correct you a little bit with some of the Grant rappers. Some of them are doing better than the poly rappers or the ones who are in the subset. On YouTube and on Spotify and all that. You know what I'm saying? Better. You look up some of these guys or women like a Hawaii Mighty and all that, their monthly listeners are better than some of these guys who are in the gangster shit and crashing out. And if you look at their music videos, they too have music videos with 1 million+ views. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's funded by Factor or whatever, they got the same amount of streams and numbers as the favorites of the quote unquote favorites of the kids.
No, his numbers are crazy on YouTube. I'm looking at it right now. He has like 10 million
it's just, you might not, and not just you, but people who are not watching those guys like that, those other area of hip hop, might not know because you're not watching them, right? But when you go take a look at their shit, it's like, holy, you got a song with this person, and it's got 4 million views on it. Oh shit! Especially when I go to research these guys for interviews and shit like that. That's when I find out a lot of shit. I'm like, damn, you're doing great.
Yeah,
and you have no problems, and we don't even see you on the gram.
Yeah, and I do want to make it clear, I'm not accusing him of spending whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I'm exposing a practice that Guinness does. And let's be honest. There's probably some random kid out there that can rap faster than all 4 of these guys, but he doesn't have the money to submit to Guinness.
Well, then that's when you put yourself out there, and then sooner or later Guinness could come to you.
No, because Guinness is not like this actual
advertising.
They're an advertising company. So then it says Guinness Book of World Records. It's their world records. But when we hear Guinness, we associate it with, okay, this is the standard for human history, as Dillan Ponders said.
It's a resume point too, man.
Yeah.
If you can be like, yo, I'm a Guinness Book of World Record winner or holder, then you're like, yo, what more could I negotiate out of this? Even a hosting, whatever it is, you have that on your sheet, Guinness Book of World Record. You know, I want an extra $2,000.
Yeah, 100% Guinness, and you could put it on like your posters or whatever. But you know how they said at 120, that's how much it was. They probably talked and they're like, "Okay, get to 120, and then we'll do it." Because what if he wants to release next week? It's going to be 121, but in the Guinness Book of World Records, it's only going to say 120.
No, and not only
you know what I'm saying?
To be let's if you want to make it where let's put this in the Guinness book, do it to 120 so that it's hard to beat, so we don't have to change this shit like in a week because you did 58 and then next man came and did 60.
But I don't think they have a problem. They don't have a problem changing it because that's just more money in their pocket. Another man's going to pay them 10 bands, 5 bands.
That's true.
But
and
now
they have to prove it.
Who's going to do it? You get what I'm saying? That's the next step. You got to see now who's going to ever do
120.
Thank you.
That's
a week.
Lot.
Once a week on DSPs.
That's what I said.
And think about the fact that he has to release that himself. I don't know about his deals or if he signed. I don't think he signed.
No, he's independent.
So he's probably
fully independent.
Yeah.
He's doing this via his TuneCore or CD Baby or whatever.
No,
this guy's been around for a long time.
Nah, salute to Dillan Ponders. Well, I'm not trying to hate. You know, I'm just critical and like. When he said human history, I was just like, I don't know, man. There's probably some random kid out there that maybe did this, and then they just didn't do the steps. He has a Wikipedia page, which is dirty.
But Wikipedia, and listen, respectfully, you can make your own Wikipedia.
It's recording that.
Yeah.
What I do rate, and I maybe I'll apologize for my hate, to see a world record, put your eyes on it, say I'm gonna beat it, get the money to pay Guinness.
Yeah.
Right. It's a respectable feat.
Yeah.
It's a respectable feat, and salute to Dillan Ponders. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to check out your music. But Guinness does some things. You know what I'm saying? And I've heard some horror stories where it's like, yo, I did the submission, then they hit me and they're like, yo, swing me 5,000. And that's just the beginning, you know? And now you're like, whoa, like I just did all this world record stuff because I thought all I had to do was just pay $5 and do a feat. And now it's like, whoa, I did all this stuff, and now unless I pay you for these adjudicators and blah blah blah, you know, so let's be critical a little bit. Always be critical.
Yeah. Well, listen, man. Salute to Dillan Ponders. Right?
Salute.
Well, congratulations, right? Yep. And I want to DM him and I want to get him in for an interview. I should have done that a long time ago.
You've never interviewed him?
No, I haven't, and I'm sleeping on doing that. Let's wrap it up though.
We love hip hop.